how do we get into flow state faster using AI? So I truly believe there's this massive shift happening where how we interface with our computers is going to radically change by becoming more natural, more human, and just more in tune with the natural ways that we think and process information. So one of these big shifts that I've seen that I've been using is being able to just stream of consciousness my thoughts into my computer, just by speaking into my computer and having it understand the context awareness of what I'm working with. So there's this tool I've been using on a daily basis at this point called Aqua Voice. And it's basically a speech to text, but it has context awareness of what you're working in so that you can basically see like different code blocks or stuff on your computer and have it understand, what you're working with. So I'm going to show you a couple use cases here. The first one is, let's say I'm going in here and I'm saying, for the Boolean constant my undefined and the null constant my system, let's refine these and add in some notes into the JavaScript here. And you can see it understands these specific aspects of the code and it's putting these in code blocks because it can see that these are the specific things that we're referring to up here. Like all of these different constants, it can understand and read this on my screen and understand what I'm working with. And so another use case I'm excited about is just strictly emails. So I could say something like, "Hey John, thanks for sending over the project yesterday. It was really clear and helpful. A couple points that I want to mention here. The first point, and put this in a bullet point list, is the content is a little bit generic, and I think we should specify it and add more specific brand voice guidelines. The second point is happy to send over a proposal to have my team build out this system for you guys. Just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in." And the third point is definitely align with the mission of what you guys are trying to accomplish here, and can fully get on board. Thanks, Ethan. So you can see it's like understanding the intent here. It's adding new lines, it's adding bullet points. I'm telling it to like add a bullet point list, and it's actually adding that list rather than just like putting the words add a bullet point list. And so this is like, I've been just writing emails with this, just going through my emails, just stream of consciousnessing, responses to all my emails. And on top of that, I've been, taking a lot of notes in here as well. And so one of the things I've been doing is like I just like read a book recently, and it's the same idea really, but it's like I'm just reading this book, and I just double click this and have it understanding and analyzing my text while I'm reading, so that I don't have to like read copy quotes. And so let's go into this. So if I go here and double click, I was reading a book recently called "I'm a Strange Loop" by Douglas Hofstadter. There's a couple core points I want to mention. Let's put this in a bullet point list. The first point is self-recursive loops are fundamental to consciousness. The second point is that self-inquiry relates to the idea of a strange loop in some foundational way. And the third point is that consciousness can both be made of matter and also something that is higher order and above matter at the same time. And so you can see it's putting bullet point lists, it's understanding, it's putting the name of the book in with asterisks around it and stuff like that. And so these are just a couple of the use cases that I'm really excited about. But overall, I think there's huge potential here to basically just be dialoguing with these models. I'll literally show you one that I was working on last night. I was trying to figure out how to create more anti-fragility in my career, and like what are the specific skills that I need to learn in order to create career optionality to have highly transferable skill in the modern context. And I was basically just going in here, and what I was doing is I was double clicking here, and then I was just scrolling through Claude's response and just like speaking to each of these points so that it's just building on them over and over again. So I'll kind of show you what this means. So this demonstrate convexity. I'm not really sure what it means by demonstrate convexity. But yeah, I think the idea of having transferability across domains is really central, and I want to figure out what this actually means in practice. And so one of the things I've been thinking about is I always thought that data literacy and data science was strictly just like a hyper technical domain for people that just wanted to be in SQL databases all day. But what I'm starting to realize is that data literacy can actually have broader applications that I think could fit my use case. It could also be extremely valuable to other people. And this is specifically the ability to do prompt engineering, to understand what types of data to add into a prompt, to add into an AI system. Like, for example, creating the specific system prompt in the role for this Claude project. Technically, that could be considered data literacy, but really the only objective is for it to have higher quality sense making, higher quality outputs, to be able to understand the specific goals and objectives that I'm trying to accomplish. And so I think that actually improving data literacy, improving the ability to build a brand, to add value to people's lives through content, through ideas, through perspectives, these are going to be the most important ones. And then on the back end, in a just as important way, is being able to do emotional regulation, getting a better sleep schedule, doing more breath work, doing more research and strategic thinking in order to be able to combine these all together. And so you can see it's just basically taking everything I'm saying and adding it directly into this chat module. And so, boom, you can just see that all these things that I just said, it's just able to understand that. And then I'm just having these dialoguing and conversations with AI and saying like, okay, this is what convexity means. This is how we can apply data literacy and transferability across domains. And so I hope you found this valuable. You'll definitely see me using this in future videos, as I just have been really loving the idea of just like going into, Claude and stream of consciousness, just trying to figure out my thoughts. And a lot of times like my reasoning is happening in real time, and it's not like I don't have it all planned out before, but as I'm thinking, I'm just going like, okay, so the first step has to be that we're going to figure out transferability across domains. And then the second order consequence of that is that I will have more anti-fragility and optionality in my career. And as a result of that, I will be able to weather the storm of AI as it gets better and takes jobs, as well as learning AI as a core skill is going to create more anti-fragility in and of itself. So you can kind of start to see that my thinking process is like, I'm not realizing that I'm going to say this thing until I'm actually like speaking it. And a lot of times my speech is ahead of my thinking, and I start saying stuff and I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And so just wanted to give this as an idea for you of different ways that you can utilize AI to work and get into flow state faster, and to have like just deeper, more focused work by removing the friction point of typing.